Have you previously played King's Quest V? Warning, this cartoon contains material that may be necessary for information or clues to complete this game. Please be sure to check your inventory if you decide to skip.
This music used to scare me.
Very clean snatch of the castle. No basement in the Daventry castle, I noticed, though.
You don't know that.
I mean, like, we got to see the dirt underneath the castle.
Well, he could have magically covered over it.
Oh. Just another normal day at the office for Graham.
He's like in love. I mean, he is practically skipping home.
I mean, you get that fruit, and you know you're just like revitalized. You're just like all your senses are renewed. You just like loving life right now.
My castle? What has happened?
Ooh, I can tell you what happened.
What?
Ooh, I know what happened to your castle. I saw it all. Yes, I did.
You did? Well then, what happened?
Ooh, it was the powerful and evil wizard Mordack who did it. Ooh, I just happened to be visiting with an old friend when I saw him materialize out of thin air. Thank goodness he didn't notice me.
Don't stop now, go on.
He conjured up a terrible whirlwind that swirled faster and faster around the castle. With another incantation, Mordack then caused the wind to draw the castle up into the sky and out of sight. Ooh, it was something to see, all right.
Why? Why would this wizard, Mordack, want my castle? What could he have against me and my family?
That I don't know. Ooh, I only know that it was Mordack who took your castle and your family. Well, perhaps I can help you. My employer also happens to be a wizard, which is why I recognized Mordack. Ooh, unlike Mordack, though, my employer is a very good wizard. His name is Crispin Arthur, but we all call him Crispin for short. The only problem is, you see...
Hitting the sauce early.
Graham just stopped posing. He merely looks down at Cedric as he tumbles to the ground.
Gotta keep the guns up.
Anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. The only problem is that Crispin is getting on in years and tends to be a bit forgetful.
I don't know. This doesn't sound as if it would work.
Oh, sure it would. Crispin is a very qualified wizard, one of the best. He
Why would
just
it
gets
work?
a little forgetful now and again, that's all. Now, where is it? Oh, I know I brought it with me. Aha! Here it is.
What is that?
Well, it is my opinion that you don't stand a chance against the likes of Mordack. Oh, excuse me for saying, Your Majesty, but you don't have a choice. You must come with me. I'm sure Crispin can help you.
Effective. Accurate at all.
Wasted most of it, throws away the bag.
Just some old leftover fairy dust I've been carrying around. Ooh, it'll help you to fly. You can follow me to the land of Serenia, where Crispin and I live. It's much too far to walk, you know. Ooh, I think the fairy dust is still good. Come on, up here.
I love the animation.
Follow me.
Like a majestic eagle.
There it is, down here. Come on. Okay, here I come.
Oh, that splash.
Ooh, looks like the fairy dust just wore off.
Cedric? Where have you been? I've been calling for you.
That was the opening note of the Sierra fanfare.
Well, well, what have we here? A bit clumsy, are you? Well, come on in the house and dry off. No sense sitting around like a wet dog.
Or a wet king, which I am.
You're an absolute clown, aren't you?
Go into the house and pour each of us a nice hot cup of tea.
Ooh, aye, aye, Crispin.
How is he gonna do that? I just wanna...
He's gonna just fumble with his wings until he gets the pot on the stove.
The Society of Wizards has always taken a dim view of Mordack and his abuse of his power. Why, he's even been put on suspension a few times. It never seems to do any good, though.
Crispin, why would Mordack want to take my family or castle? What did we ever do to him?
I'm afraid I don't know the answer to that. Mordack is a very unpredictable wizard. I've never understood that evil mind of his.
Ooh, I thought perhaps you could help His Majesty, Crispin. That's why I brought him here.
Well, let me see now. I used to be a very powerful wizard at one time, you know, but I've gotten a little rusty lately.
A little rusty.
That's quite enough from you, Cedric.
Ooh, yes, sir, Crispin, sir.
I don't know what I have that would be of much use to you. Most of my wizard stuff is pretty old and worn out. But let's see what I can find.
Loading.
I remember this having to wait.
I love Graham just looking at Cedric.
Graham reconsidering all of his choices.
This is like the Office style comedy, just waiting. Like
No, that won't do. That's all used up.
rubber chicken with a pulley in the middle.
It might work. Here, eat this. What is that? That's an old piece of magical white snake I had left over from last year. With
I'm
it,
sorry, what?
you'll be able to communicate
Magical
with
white
the
snake.
animal world. You
But he
can
ate
find that
snake.
quite helpful.
Yeah. And now we can communicate with animals.
Here's my old wand. I don't even know if it works anymore. Most of its power may be gone. You should
Can't
know
believe
that
we fed him
wands
snake.
are like pets. They've got to get to know you before they'll work for you. Just treat it with care and respect, and hopefully it will do something for you.
Just charge it with some
You'd better
cheese.
get going, my boy. No telling what that confounded Mordack could be up to. You
So
go
did you
with
say
him,
confounded?
Cedric. Show him the way.
Mhm.
Oh,
Yes, you don't be such a coward. Now go on. You'd better get started.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate all you've done for me.
Little picking snake out of his teeth.
Graham's read there did not feel entirely like reassured or grateful. It just kind of like, thanks, I guess.
Thanks for giving me the jerky you found at the bottom of your trunk and your old shitty wand.
I suggest we visit the town first. How about it, Your Majesty?
Please don't call me Your Majesty, Cedric. It's much too formal. I'd like it if you'd just call me Graham.
I'd be delighted to, Graham. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yes, the town. You might be able to find some supplies there. It's just over a little hill to the south, not too far.
Well then, let's be on our way, Cedric.
Hello, dear viewers, and welcome to King's Quest V. Absence makes the heart go yonder. David, Suha, how the hell are you?
So good. Oh my god, so good.
So much anticipation for this entry. We've got a lot of affection for the older King's Quest games, but this is like the iconic one. This is the one where everybody looks back and either has glowing nostalgia or there's lots to make fun of. And either way, this embodies adventure games for a lot of people.
Wow, that's speed up. Damn.
ScumVM's a little bit more authentic to the experience of the CPUs at the
okay.
time.
That makes sense. But God, that is surprising.
When I first played these games, it definitely was you are zipping around instantaneously when you crank it to max.
Yeah. Now the max is what the speed we would have been going for, basically, where it would have been like 3/4 or halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is manageable.
So this is King's Quest V. For anybody who's not familiar, this was the big multimedia powerhouse. This was Sierra's proof of concept that the CD era of gaming was coming. This was, fully voiced and VGA graphics, and this was like wowie zowie. This was edge of your seat technology.
Ken Williams had a WoW rule for a lot of the projects that he spearheaded, and he was always pushing for there to be a big graphical impressive factor. King's Quest has always been kind of a forerunner on the technology for the adventure game format, and this was the first like VGA game in their catalog, I believe. So it was a technological marvel. CD-ROM game. Wow, look at all of this. We got voice acting. We got colors. We got an owl. This is incredible.
Yeah, I remember coming home from the software store, looking at the back of this box in our back seat of our old like Chevy Cavalier or something, just being amazed and so looking forward to seeing it. And yeah, we always sprung for, my dad always sprung for the whatever the highest computer upgrade he could at the time. Like they would take out whatever money they had to be able to just get the latest and greatest. So I was always seeing this stuff as it was coming, and man, this was something else. Like I have a lot of nostalgia for this game. It also scared the living shit out of me on many occasions. So there were a lot of places that I just couldn't go as a kid because I was too afraid.
I think that's a common like thing in a lot of these Sierra games is that they weren't really afraid to just like have some borderline traumatic like imagery. Like it's laughable to us now as adults, but it was ominous to just open a PC game and just wander into the atmosphere of a spooky woods or the dilapidated ruins of a planet, and to know that you could die at any moment.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, to me, it wasn't even like the disturbing imagery, because I feel like there's much worse in some of the other games, but like stuff like the music and the atmosphere was so intense. Like, and I will definitely point out everything that scared me when we get there. But like even Mordack's like that music, I was like, ooh. Mm-hmm. As a kid, I thought that shit was scary.
Oh yeah, like we'll see like David alluded.
Graham. Let's go.
Jesus, Cedric. Like David alluded to, like the woods scared me. Underneath Mordack's castle scared me. Mordack's castle itself scared me.
The whole island, like just
the whole damn thing
showing up there.
So, unfortunately, a sign of the times, this being one of the earliest multimedia games, they hadn't quite figured out, what, like, accessibility was. So there's no way to turn on both text and speech. If you had the disc version, you had text. If you bought the CD version, why would you ever want that stinky old text? You got full voices. So unfortunately, there are no subtitles here. If you're playing King's Quest V, you've just got to kind of live with that. I'm sure there are like patches somewhere out there. Somebody has undoubtedly solved this problem and added like text and speech, like that one patch for Space Quest 4 that did the same. But for now, I don't have any of that installed. I didn't do any research on that, so we're just going to have to kind of plod along with just voices. But it's okay, because the voices are both bad and charming. So yeah. This was also the era before they would ever have actual voice actors or, anybody from Hollywood in on their productions. So everything in King's Quest V was pretty much just voiced in-house by Sierra employees. Graham himself being the great Josh Mandel, who would stick to the role of Graham and would even lend his voice to a bunch of different fan projects that would come out, like all of the AGDI King's Quest remakes. So Josh Mandel's a great guy. He's a trooper. And I enjoy hearing his voice in this game. The other voices, hit or miss. But hey, we'll get to that as we go.
Cedric is iconic.
Cedric is iconic.
I actually wonder if he'd be better received if he had better voice acting.
Cedric seems to be quietly contemplating their current situation, and so is not inclined to indulge in conversation right now.
Now, I think that Cedric is perfect, obviously, but if we were arguing about what could improve Cedric, like we were discussing this a little bit off camera, but like Cedric's big thing is that people find him really annoying, comically annoying, to the point that even other Sierra games like make fun of the whole concept of Cedric. But he kind of exists in this game to be a foil to Graham, to be the coward who's not really willing to go do the adventuring. He makes you feel like a cool person by demurring in the face of all these situations. But mechanically, why people are frustrated with Cedric is that you kind of have to wait around for him to fly to a part of the screen. He slows you down. He mostly whines and complains. But he's also like ridiculously iconic. If you're thinking about King's Quest or adventure games, and the image of Cedric is very easy to conjure, and the irritation or the mild frustration you get over Cedric really lodges him in your memory in a way that I think, if you have been in this genre long enough, can turn to affection. If you got the brainworms, you got the King's Quest brainworms.
Like, I didn't find him that annoying as a kid. I think I'm sure I made fun of him with everybody else, but I feel like now as an adult, I just have an appreciation for him that I didn't have as a kid. And I feel a little bit protective of him when people, I'm making fun of him is fun, obviously, but sometimes people are really intense about it. It's like, whoa. Come on, it's okay.
I gained a new appreciation for Cedric back when I recorded the NES version of this game, which you can find deep in the Saving Often archives. It was like the second game that I did on this channel. And being the NES version, I voiced all of the, text boxes and dialogue. And, it's very easy to get into a Cedric voice, Graham. So I gained an appreciation for how goofy and ridiculous he is.
I look forward to us doing that for the next couple weeks.
Ooh.
Nestled among the trees of the forest sits the wizard Crispin's worn but cozy cottage.
Okay, so I don't know why I thought I remembered Graham crashing through the roof. He obviously didn't, but
I think it's because the intro makes such a big deal about him tumbling down, and like he does land in like the water here, but like
I would just like to point out that the water is not even high enough to cover his boots. Like, there's no way.
Like, that miracle fruit from Tamira is really doing wonders on Graham's survivability.
Yeah.
It made his ass fat.
Yeah. I mean, we already know that the Graham family is already caked out, but like, it just was a multiplying buff.
Graham, watch out! A poisonous snake!
Everybody's favorite, the poisonous snake.
Mm-hmm. A large, venomous snake blocks Graham's passage to the east.
I like the way he rolls his R's for Graham.
In silence, the large serpent eyes Graham menacingly.
I had a conversation with my husband.
Stay away. This is my path.
Like, Max had an experience with this game, and he was like, he didn't know for certain it was this game just because that voice line with the snake was something he distinctly remembered, but I didn't use the right combination of verbs to get it to conjure to confirm that was something he had experienced from his childhood.
That wasn't wise, Graham. He who speaks with forked tongue should never be trusted.
I feel like that's very judgmental. I'm sure there are some snakes and dragons that are worthy of trusting.
As we'll see in King's Quest VII.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
What a wonderful bluebird. It could almost make Graham happy again if it wasn't for his family.
I love that this guy is like crying in front of him, and Graham's like, what a beautiful bluebird, like looking right past him. But then also like, wow, that bird is so cute. If it wasn't for the fact that his family was kidnapped and about to die, he might have been in a good mood seeing it.
Mm-hmm.
When I put the cursor here, it looks like Graham is spitting all over as he talks.
The bluebird is too busy taking a bath to answer Graham. Graham could never catch the bluebird.
Let's say hello to the young prince, Graham. He looks like he could use a good cheering up.
Imagine crying and you hear, let's say hello. Mrs. Doubtfire ass.
Upon a fallen log sits a dashing young prince who looks very sad and confused.
Well, I'm royal and also even sadder than you, bucko.
Graham gives the wand a good shake, but it only fizzles and dies.
You can look forward to that line a bunch, too.
Excuse me, young man. Sorry to bother you, but I couldn't help but notice you sitting there on that log. I was wondering if there was anything wrong.
Why, yes. As a matter of fact, there is. I've been searching everywhere for my fiancée. She's a beautiful princess with long golden tresses, fetching blue eyes, and smooth creamy skin. Have you seen her anywhere about?
That sounds like my hot daughter.
I'm sorry, I haven't seen anyone like that.
That's what I figured. No one has seen her. I bet that a witch who lives in the dark forest had something to do with her disappearance.
I'll keep an eye out for her. If I see her, I'll let her know you're looking for her.
I would appreciate that. Well, I guess I'd better get back to looking for her. I'm not ever going to find her just sitting around here. Thanks for your concern.
That's right,
Just
son.
because...
Pull yourself up by the bootstraps.
Look, just because a witch is evil, you think that she's responsible for your girlfriend disappearing?
That's exactly what I was gonna say. He didn't give us any basis at all. Just like a witch, huh? I bet that hag did it. Jealous of how rich and hot we are.
Man, I have no idea where his girlfriend is. Let's go north one screen.
I have no idea what his girlfriend is. Let's go left one screen.
A graceful weeping willow tree grows beside a small pond created from her tears. In her branch-like arms, she clutches a beautiful harp, as a child would a cherished toy.
It'll be arm-like branches, but you know.
Miss Willow?
Yes?
You can talk?
Why, of course I can. What did you expect?
Well, I've never seen a talking tree before. What's wrong?
Everything's wrong, can't you tell? I'm not really a tree. I'm really a princess.
Obviously.
My fiancé and I were walking through this wood when a nasty old witch came along and was instantly charmed by my handsome prince. When he naturally refused her advances, she jealously banished him to a faraway land and turned me into a tree. Then she stole my heart.
Stole your heart?
Yes. She turned my heart to gold and took it away with her. The only way I can become human again is to have my heart brought back. Now,
A phantom thief.
all I have to cheer me up is my harp. It's quite magical, you know. It plays the sweetest music you've ever heard. Now please, leave me alone in my sorrow.
Now, David,
Did you say?
Yes.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
did you know that the Weeping Willow sings a song?
I don't think I knew that.
I didn't either.
Oh, what a sad song she plays. Let's try to cheer her up, Graham.
How will I find this heart of mine, taken from me for some time? Here I stand near my pool of tears. Here I'll stay throughout my years.
Wow, Rick here showing me up here with the trivia.
I know. The reason I'm not shocked is because he told me about it earlier, and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Also, like that sudden shift to acoustic harp, you know, that was interesting.
Yeah. Well, you know, so it goes.
Okay, so did she say that she was engaged to the prince, or
Yeah, her
Yeah,
fiance.
okay,
Yeah.
they're already engaged?
But you know, the witch really wants that prince. Like, you know, she saw him as like, let me in on that fancy boy, and
When
she got
naturally turned
Oh, you
down
should
her
say it, by the
advances.
way. Yeah, see, the naturally was where I was going with that, because it was like, was it naturally because they were engaged, or naturally because, like, who would ever date a hag? Like,
Well, you know, thematically, we've already established that King's Quest isn't like the uglies, so
yeah.
Yes, that is true.
The sign seems self-explanatory enough. Enter at your own risk. An old hollow log lies in a small clearing before the gloomy forest. The old log doesn't look interesting enough to bother with.
Okay, well, it's probably not.
Back to the east is Crispin's house.
let's go home.
Seems to be thinking big thoughts right now, perhaps planning their next move, and so is not in a talkative mood.
Cedric's having a big think.
Well, we better get that heart back.
Oh, I'm not going in there. Can't you read the sign?
Come on, Cedric. There might be something important in here.
Go if you want to. I'll wait here.
Go if you want to.
It seems to Graham that there is an unusually large number of toads in this forest.
Should kiss one. Worked out for Rosella. Mmm, good.
Good.
I love the
Snarling
boing, boing
roots,
noises they
creeping
make.
vines, decaying logs, twisted, gnarled trees. The close feeling of the gloomy forest quickly overwhelms Graham.
Graham.
It's such a strange pronunciation for Graham. Graham.
The pervasive gloom of the forest settles around Graham like a tight, suffocating blanket. Everywhere he can hear the eerie sounds of strange creatures.
This game is so beautiful, man. And like, you think to yourself, or I do, like, oh, I'd love to make a game like that looks like this. And then I think, like, this was a top of the line game. Like, this is not, cheap, easy artwork to make. Like people do that, but
these are digitized paintings, so it looks good because they just painted all of this.
Yeah.
Guys,
you can certainly find people doing that work. Sorry.
Guys, I'm a little afraid. I kind of want to go back and leave the forest. What do you think?
You gotta escape this place. Like, Cedric had a bad feeling, and I trust Cedric.
We gotta get out of here.
You should go further in, and perhaps you'll find an exit that way.
I'm gonna go back.
Oh, all right.
That old witch caught Graham totally off guard.
Beautiful.
That's not a pun.
It towed. I mean,
totally.
Oh, did he say totally?
Totally.
Oh, I'm sorry, I missed it. I just heard totally off guard, and I was like, off guard's not a pun. Oh, we're going back?
Yeah.
Come on, Cedric.
Yeah, we absolutely are.
I mean, we gotta stop this witch. We gotta rescue the princess, right?
Yeah. That was quite a. I mean, he should have been able to dodge that.
Graham totally off guard.
See, he says totally like it's with a T. Like, I just. You'd think he'd be like, totally, or whatever.
I just imagine, the narrator in the recording booth just being like, well, it doesn't make sense if it's like toe. That's not the word. The word would be totally. That's what would be semantically correct.
Have you heard the audio quality? I doubt there were any booths involved.
What's wrong, Graham?
That's salt water.
Ooh, keep your eye on the gypsies, Graham. I don't trust them.
Oh, Cedric. Really? Oh, Sierra, come on.
Yeah.
This is,
encampment, Graham notices a tall, burly man who keeps a suspicious eye on him and Cedric.
Standard 90s cultural sensitivity.
Yeah.
A gypsy wagon is encamped here at the edge of the woods. On the side of the wagon, the words "fortune teller" have been painted.
I mean, to be honest, people still are not good about this issue now. But,
right.
It wouldn't be a 90s adventure game without something like this.
Gold coin to see Madamushka.
Well, I've got a magic wand.
The sullen man doesn't appear to be the conversational sort. The burly man keeps a watchful eye on Graham and Cedric.
It's not that burly.
Come on, Sierra, you can do better than that.
I can't. I'm just saying. Graham is burlier than him.
I mean, he's kind of tall.
He really wants to get back to his whittling, and you are stopping him.
Oh, can you talk to, or did you talk to Cedric already? On that screen?
Let's see.
I was going to say something really racist.
Cedric is too busy looking around and doesn't seem to be paying any attention to Graham at the moment.
I honestly thought I was going to be like, Cedric is too busy keeping his eyes on the burly man.
Cedric is too busy contemplating critical race theory to respond to you.
The ox's mouth is too full of grass to even attempt a conversation with Graham.
Oh, that's right, because animals can talk to Graham now. I was going to say, that's pretty ridiculous. But Imagine if they'd made the ox talk to you with like its mouth full. That'd be so disgusting.
Ooh, there's nothing but a hot, dry desert to the west. Most people avoid it because there are bandits out there. Ooh, if you insist on going, I'll wait for you here.
There are horrible Arab bandits out there. You can't trust them.
Oh, damn it. I'm sorry, Sua.
It's like Madame Mushka's tent is like a warning that the racism starts here.
Don't
Not her
worry
tent,
about me,
her
Cedric. I'm
carriage
used
or
to this
whatever.
kind of thing.
Don't worry about me, Rick. I'm used to this kind of thing.
It makes me so sad.
I know.
But you know what doesn't make me sad? These ants. That I can't look
A
at.
colony of large ants parade up and down a huge anthill built amid some scrubby bushes.
This is the best song in the game.
Ooh, is that the new dance, Graham? The Bugalooooo?
Shut up, Cedric.
That's one of my favorite line reads in this game. Oh.
Ooh, stay away from those bees.
Don't stay away from the bees. Save it and don't stay away from the bees.
Serenia is just nothing but shit that will kill you. Everywhere you go.
Stay away from those bees, Graham. I don't trust them.
A swarm of bees buzz around a hole in a rotted old tree. That
Got
wasn't a smart move, Graham. Bees.
Not even a pun.
No, there was a
bee
pun.
seeing you?
Yeah.
So I
Bee
feel like
seeing you.
we rarely get to die to the bees because usually by the time we get out here, the bear is here.
Mm-hmm.
And then, you know, after that, of
Graham
course.
bends down and picks up the large stick from the ground.
Can you talk to Cedric? Did we already do that?
Having other things on his mind, Cedric doesn't appear to be in the mood to talk right now.
He's literally sitting next to a swarm of bees, but he has
Yeah.
other things on his
It's
mind.
making him very anxious.
Yes, he has other things on his mind. The bees he's sitting next to. Instead of, like, standing on this fence over here.
It appears to be an average stick
But
of wood.
I have too many things on my mind. Twice talking to you.
A bully of a dog terrorizes the poor ants as he playfully digs at their large anthill. A
Playfully?
mangy old dog digs playfully at the huge anthill, while the poor ants scurry about frantically.
Well, why are they calling the dog a bully if it's playing?
The dog is more interested in the anthill than in Graham.
You could argue that bullies are that play with their victims.
I guess. But I feel like if they want to...
Ooh, is that the new dance, Graham? The Bugalooooo? Ooh, Graham, that dog looks mean.
I should be allowed to die to the dog if I want to. Like... Oh, can you... I don't suppose it's possible to get there from some other way and then walk out to the dog?
Just conspiring to try and, like, die in as many ways as possible.
Of course.
I mean,
it's what you
part of the
do.
experience, right? Okay. Ooh, okay, great. Maybe now we'll do it.
A bully of a dog.
Oh, come on.
It's got a pushback aura.
That's so annoying.
All right.
I want to be mauled. Why didn't they animate the dog killing Graham?
I mean, I think I could have.
Oh boy, a stick!
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm King Antony the Great. May I ask who you are?
Why, certainly. I'm King Graham of Daventry, and this is my friend Cedric. We're seeking a way to cross the great mountains to the ocean on the other side.
That is a very perilous undertaking. I wish you would reconsider. But if you shall not, in return for rescuing our home from that flea-bitten cur, I wish to offer you our help, if perchance you may ever need it.
Thank you very much, King Antony. Cedric and I appreciate your kind offer. We look forward to meeting you again.
All right.
Back to playing the jam.
The ants now owe us a life debt.
It's funny, normally I would be like, for the love of God, Rick, make a new save, because you only have 2. But this is King's Quest V, so I'm like, no, it's fine.
I think I can trust that I don't need to be panicking, sweating every few moments that we're going to get into a dead end, because I know you two are more familiar with this one.
Yeah.
I
would do it anyway, but like, I know that Rick knows this game, so it's okay.
Yes. I know this game and King's Quest 6 pretty intimately, so
yeah.
I know when to save for the danger, such as right now.
Oh my god, yes. This is also some of my favorite voice work in the game.
The Swarthy Hog Inn.
Oh, that's a good one. I love old fantasy, like inn and tavern names. The Swarthy Hog, like, you know what? Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there.
Back down the road to the east, you will run into the bakehouse. Ooh, there's nothing to the west but endless desert.
Having other things on his mind, Cedric doesn't appear to be in the mood to talk right now.
Well, let's head into the Swarthy Hog.
Need to name a D&D inn after it.
I don't like that place.
I must have missed it. I'd like to think these are the unsavory rogues.
The same ones. The boys are back.
Hair, but...
Graham notices 3 rough-looking men huddled over the bar in serious conversation. Since they're talking in such low tones, Graham can't quite hear what they're saying. Graham notices 3...
Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
We'd hear them.
Diana's bow ain't got no more rooms.
Hey, boss. This guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
Rub him out.
Struggle as he might, Graham could not escape his bonds. Don't worry, Graham. The innkeeper will soon put you out of your misery.
So I thought if you wait, they start talking about their business.
They might.
Also, you highlighting, the inn's name is making me like, does he give a different name for the inn than the sign says?
Yeah, I never thought about that.
Does who give a different name?
Like the innkeep / rogue leader, he's like said Diana's bow doesn't have any more rooms, and I'm like, well, I thought this was the Swarthy Hog.
Maybe the Swarthy Hog is the tavern. Diana's bow is like the.
But the sign says inn.
You know what's funny, David? I wouldn't even have noticed had you not just pointed that out.
I mean, I'm so used to the voice line of Diana's bow that Rick highlighting the sign is like throwing me for a loop.
Well, let's take another listen here.
Ooh, I'll wait for you out here. I don't like that place.
A flea-bitten old dog lies asleep in the corner.
Maybe you have to walk in, or is that what you did last time?
I think if
talked to them last time.
The Country Inn's tavern looks a bit shabby and run down. At the bar, Graham notices 3 men. Through an open doorway, Graham can see part of the inn's dining room. The Country Inn's...
You know that job we pulled yesterday? Where's the rest of the loot, huh? I think one of you guys is holding out on me.
Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms.
The inn is full.
This guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
Rob him out.
I don't think he says Diana's. I think he says the inn is full.
Don't worry, Graham. The innkeeper will soon put you out of your misery.
Are you joking?
This would be easily resolved if we were referring to the text version, but we may have to just like live in contention.
You really think it says Diana's full?
No, Diana's bow is what I heard.
Diana's bow. No, he says the inn is full.
Okay, well now I have to hear it again. I feel like crazy.
Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
Waiting for him to make his way around to tell us.
Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms.
Hey, boss! This guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do?
But why would
with
he
him?
say it like
Rob
that?
him out.
Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms. It has to be.
The inn is full, ain't got no more room.
I can hear what Rick's saying now. Just a very weird line read.
Don't worry, Graham. The innkeeper will soon put you...
I mean, it would make more sense than calling it Diana's bow, but it. This feels like a Blue Orange thing.
We're gonna resolve this right now.
Because, I mean, yeah, with the cartoon thing they're doing, he probably would say, the inn is full. Hey, boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker.
All right, we are now in disc mode.
Disc mode.
Look how different the interface is.
This is the disc version.
This is what they could manage to put on a floppy disk.
This is the one that I played, I think.
David, if I'm right, I'm gonna make you eat so many spiders.
I mean, I'm ready. I'm ready to eat spiders. I would rather the game be internally consistent.
Wow, it's even more racist in text form somehow. Ooh, keep your eye on those gypsies, Graham.
Stay away from the bees!
I don't like the look of these ants, Graham.
Ooh, I don't like the looks of that place, Graham. See that? Okay, I'll let him.
You know that job we pulled yesterday? Where's the rest of the loot, huh? I think one of you guys is holding out on me. Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt your... The inn's full. Ain't got no more rooms. Hey boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him? Rub him out.
I'm out.
So, Rick, where are the spiders?
The spiders will be there. I will overnight them to you.
Okay, thank you.
It really sounds like Diana's bow.
I think it's like the issue is that he like pronounces the is in there. It really makes the rhythm of the read very odd.
It's here.
There. Totally off guard.
I take my hat off to you, Rick. You really had to prove both of these. And
Oh, yes. Listen, Suha, I take my King's Quest V very seriously.
Would the pun have been enhanced at all if it was Toad Lily?
No! You know, you gotta do it one more time. Just for us to hear. Now that we know.
Gentlemen, please excuse me. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
I like that they decided to make him come out from behind the bar to say this.
Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms.
Hey, boss, this guy looks like a real troublemaker. What do you want me to do with him?
Rub him out.
I do love that line.
It's confusing because the guy can act a little bit, you know, but that line read is so bizarre. Diana's full, ain't got no more rooms. I don't know how that happened.
It happened because none of these people were voice actors, and they just said like, "Hey, we're making a video game. Get behind that microphone."
No, I'm not saying how, like, okay, that guy's not an actor, but like, did they have a director, or was it another employee just going, read this, please?
I mean, like this, there wasn't any precedent for this, so I imagine like maybe Roberta like had the opportunity to direct them a little bit, but probably didn't have a lot of experience doing it, and also she always has struck me in like interviews and stuff as being, very demure, being like reluctant to kind of like boss people around. That's why she's got Kinne.
God. Okay, when we get to 6, we need to look at the credits and see who did their voice direction. And actually, when we beat this, we should see if they have anyone listed as well for like direction also.
Hey guys.
Yeah.
No, Graham, don't!
Too bad. Graham's swimming skills were no match for the mighty river.
Imagine being Cedric and watching this happen in slow motion in front of you. Like, Graham just looks at you and just walks right into the river and dies.
I'm gonna do it again. Just watch Cedric the whole time. The look on his face.
No, Graham, don't!
He's not even looking.
Too bad.
Now we're talking about like line reads. I love the delivery of "No, crap, don't."
I think you can do it here too.
No, Graham, don't!
He looks like he's rolling his eyes.
Graham's swimming skills were no.
I liked the look into the camera that he did last time. Like, that just happened.
Yes.
Like, it has the energy of like telling a pet to not like eat something that.
Ooh, I'll wait for you here, Graham.
They don't like owls in the bakery.
And how is your poor dear mother doing, William?
Oh, she hasn't been doing too well lately. But my brother and I help out whenever we can. Thanks for asking, Amanda.
Austin, keep your fingers out of that pie. The pies
Love that
look
line.
lovely. I think I'll take one.
Yes, they were just made fresh this morning. Here you go.
Yes, this will be a fine dessert for our dinner tonight. Let's go home, Austin.
These very, very boring fantasy names, Austin and Amanda.
And William.
This beat feels very drawn from very banal real life.
Yeah.
Here's the last of the pies.
That was weird. There was a crown.
Welcome to our bakehouse, traveler. Of course, all of our wares are wonderful, but today we've got a special on custard pies. Just 1 silver coin each, but take your time. Let me know when you're ready.
Why did they give me a
statue.
crown?
I feel like I didn't even notice. I'm gonna have to watch the playback. Do we
The
not
cat
get crowns at
doesn't
all in
appear
this
to
one?
like Graham, much less answer him.
It's an hourglass.
The cat doesn't look very friendly at all.
Excuse me. Pet the cat, Graham.
The Baker brothers seem to have a pet, a large, mangy cat.
Why is it mangy? There's always so much
The
judgment.
wonderful smells of the bakehouse set Graham's stomach to rumbling and his mouth to watering.
These poor
Every
people
animal's
make great
flea-bitten.
food. Yes, every animal's flea-bitten, mangy.
Everything looks so delicious, it's hard to decide what to buy.
Everybody has that problem, but what a problem to have.
Those custard pies look most delicious.
Yes, they're made from a recipe handed down from our dear mama and her mama before her.
It's still hard to decide, though.
Well,
Anyway,
take your
bye.
time, there's no hurry.
Also, I don't have any money.
You know where I
Would you
come
like a
from,
pie,
I don't
sir?
need money.
Well, yes, actually, I would.
That'll be 1 silver coin then.
Did he try to touch one?
Let me see if I have one.
Well, let me know if you do.
Graham gives the Graham gives the Graham gives the Graham gives the
No, they won't take a wand.
I gotta get one of those pies. Cedric, do you have any money?
He's got to have a coin in that blue vest of his.
The quaint little town of Serenia nestles at the base of a great snow-capped mountain range which rises sharply to the east.
Was the music not fucked up?
It's not.
I mean, we've got the... There's a lot of Let's plays that have the very messed up music because it's just using the modern MIDI as opposed to the actual sound cards and sound fonts of the time.
If you're going into town, I'll just wait for you here. I had a nasty run-in with a big dog once, and I feel much safer out here.
Well, you can fly, Cedric.
I want the backstory between, like, Cedric and that dog. Where's the novel for that?
God, this music, it's crazy to me. Like, also, I used to think that was Esmeralda in the red there.
The town is busy with people going about their daily
Although, of
chores.
course, that was later on, but you know.
While blocking an alleyway, a frustrated man fixes a broken wheel on his wagon.
A frustrated man.
How goes it with you, good fellow?
Not well, I'm afraid. This old wagon's always giving me trouble.
Can I help you in any way?
Thank you kindly, but I think I can handle it.
Oh,
All right,
can
then.
you?
Good luck.
Is that Ken?
Thanks.
Like,
With this wagon, I'm gonna need it.
I don't know why something about his face is reminding me.
The man is too busy with his work to notice Graham.
I don't think I've ever talked to that guy and seen his portrait.
I mean, he's gone
The
as soon
town
as
is
you,
busy with
like,
people
leave
going-
the screen, so...
Yeah.
He'd be very easy to miss. Tailor.
Wow, I never looked at that sign either. Wow.
Toys. Shoe shop.
A small toy shop fronts the town's cobblestone street.
May I help you, sir?
Remember our friend Dave's drawing of this guy?
I can never see him the same again after seeing that drawing.
I'm interested in buying something here.
Ah, let me show you some things. A fine piece of cloth. With this material, I could make you beautiful shirts. There isn't a more beautiful piece of fabric to be found anywhere. With this, I could make you the finest trousers you've ever had.
I'm a king,
Well,
sir.
What do you think?
Well, right now I'm just looking. Thanks anyway.
Sure. Whatever you say. I'm just here to help.
I love wandering into a shop and just being like, I would be interested in purchasing something.
at all.
Not having anything in mind, and just like the clerk responding, well, we do have things to buy here.
An employee of the tailor, a friendly, good-looking young man, caters hopelessly to a disagreeable customer in the one dressing room. The young man is too busy with another customer to be bothered by Graham.
Good-looking young man, huh? I'll be the judge of that.
Not wishing to be put through another speech
He
about
must be a
fine
prince in
shirts and
disguise.
trousers, Graham wisely keeps his mouth shut.
Wow.
Not wishing to be put through another speech about fine shirts and trousers, Graham wisely keeps his mouth shut.
Graham, you are in this man's place of business.
In the corner of
You
the shop,
expect me to wear
draped
this?
casually over a tailor's form, Graham sees a thick, fur-lined cloak.
It's not even a red tunic or blue pants. What do you think?
Here, let me help you with that. Oh, that cloak fits you perfectly. It just looks wonderful on you. Let me tell you, it will certainly keep you toasty warm during the coming winter. Let me know if you wish to buy it.
Not wishing to be put through another...
So rude.
How much does it cost?
Why, these trousers don't even fit.
The young man is too busy with...
It's a fine cloak. It could be very useful to a traveler like yourself.
Does he just know we don't have any money and like he's not gonna tell us how much it costs?
Apparently not.
He's following you to the entrance.
Graham
Maybe he
notices
thinks we're a
shiny
gypsy.
silver coin lying
Oh,
forgotten on the street near the broken wagon.
A shiny silver coin.
Bending down, Graham quickly retrieves the silver coin from the street. Graham notices an old wooden barrel on the street corner.
Now, was
Inside
that there
the barrel,
before?
Graham sees an
No,
old
at
rotten
the
fish.
The guy was blocking it.
Yeah, basically when he leaves, the coin's left behind, and now we can.
Oh
pick
no,
up
I'm
at
sorry.
the
I meant the fish.
Yeah, the fish is always here.
Like that guy was working with a nasty fish.
Graham
like,
leans way down into the
place.
barrel and removes...
Why can't I fix this wagon?
That's why he couldn't get the wheel to work. He was just banging on it with a dead fish.
This game gets a lot of flack for some of the pixel hunts here. I do feel like that the considering the scale of the screen, the coin is better foreshadowed than the fish.
In anything.
Oh yeah. Well, it twinkles.
Yeah, the barrel just kind of
Shipment of
blends
carving wood
in.
hasn't come in yet. What should we do?
If it's
Ooh,
not
look
in
at
by
that
tomorrow, I'll
pose.
send you to the sawmill.
Okay, Papa?
Grandpapa,
Yeah, my darling?
can I keep this doll? I really like her.
Now, Katrina, you know these toys are for sale for other kinder. Besides, you've got plenty of dolls. You can play mid-air, but just be careful.
All right, Grandpapa. I'll
Mid-air.
take care of her.
Like, I hate shit that's inconsistent. Like, are you from Germany? Are you from a land that's fake Germany? Like, because we know that Arabs exist, according to King's Quest 3. So does this mean Germany exists and they're immigrants? Because this little girl does not have an accent.
A pretty little girl, who must be the toy maker's granddaughter, plays with a doll while grandfather looks on.
Okay, yeah, but enough about that. Can we see his son again?
I want to get a better look. He looked handsome.
This is a fine little toy shop you have here. You must be very proud.
It's a fine little
Danke, son.
son you've got
I've
there.
worked very hard at it over the years. But you
The
know,
yars?
you need to really love it. And I do.
Are most of these toys your
The
creation?
yars!
Yeah, most of them, but not all. Some my son made, some I bought, some I traded for.
You're very talented.
Danke, danke. Well,
Yar.
let me know if I can help you.
Chef ass accent that he's got. Yar! The yars! Like, come on!
Graham notices a strong little sled hanging on a side wall.
Like, if I
Apparently,
were
the toy
doing
maker's
this, I would
son,
simply
working in the
not
back
put
room, is learning the
fake
toy business from
bits
his
of a
father.
foreign language that someone can't speak. You know, whatever. I love this
Fine
game. I'm
sled.
sorry. I'm just,
Any child would love to have it.
Yes,
Any kinder
I was
would love
just
to have it.
admiring the workmanship.
Danke. If you'd like to buy it, let me know.
The little girl is more interested in her doll. She pays no attention to Graham.
Shove off, grown-up.
A pet goldfish swims endlessly around in its fishbowl.
I mean, that's definitely Pinocchio.
Yeah.
And we had Peter Pan in the intro.
Not wanting to bother the toy maker again, Graham instead looks around the toy shop.
I think that the camp of this game is a very important part of its charm. Like the weird like lines or accents, it's important to its identity.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind less than perfect voice acting. I just like one of my little pet peeves is stuff like that, like bad accents, or in this case, like I could deal with if it was a bad fake German accent, but adding in German and then saying yars instead of the like what the hell, man?
Take a look around if you want, but we don't have any shoes to sell you right now.
What should I look at?
We sold our last finished pair yesterday. Our business ain't doing so good anymore, and we're getting too old to keep trying.
Is there anything I can do to help?
There ain't nothing you can do, short of buying us out. But like I said, if you want to look around, feel free.
Okay, thanks.
You have no inventory. What do you want me to buy out?
I love walking into a store and them telling me immediately, we got nothing for you to buy. You can hang out if you want.
You can pay for us to retire if you like.
This old dog doesn't appeal to Graham.
Wow.
This old dog doesn't.
This dog is not flea bitten or mangy. It just doesn't appeal to you. It's not hot enough.
He's laying there wagging his tail. He's happy to see us.
He looks like a nice dog, like compared to the other dogs that we've seen so far in this game.
I'm trying to reflect.
Pays no attention to Graham.
Like, do we have any canonical evidence of like Graham really appreciating any particular kind of pet?
No.
The old shoemaker wearily hammers tiny nails in a shoe sole. He doesn't even seem to notice Graham.
You don't have any shoes for sale, huh?
That's right. No shoes at all. We're making a pair right now, but it'll take a while. We're not as fast as we used to be.
Oh, that's okay. My own boots should carry me through the rest of my journey.
Sorry, son. We're doing the best we can.
Okay, I didn't need your dumb shoes anyway.
It makes me sad how many people don't realize that this song isn't, like, horrible and grating on your ears. They're just using the shitty default configurations that GOG and Steam put on there.
They don't know any better, but still,
Listen,
it's
folks,
tragic.
if you're going to play these games, and if you're going to buy them from GOG or Steam, put in a little bit of research and fix the audio, because, my God, they do not do any justice as far as plug and play goes.
Just some advice from your old curmudgeon pals here at Saving Often.
Yeah.
I don't know, the town music is like iconically bad with the other MIDI now though. So it is an experience. So loud. Oh boy, more fun accent times.
Sir. Oh, I'm terribly sorry to bother you. I was just noticing your son's marionette. It's very interesting. Where did you get it?
It's grandson, not son, and I made it for him. Why do you care?
I just wanted to comment on its artistry. It's very well done. I don't suppose it could be bought.
If it could, the price would be very steep. I reckon you couldn't afford it. Now, leave me and my grandson be.
I like, I like the courtesy of being like, oh, that's your son. He's like, no, that's my grandson. I am way older than you think.
I ain't in the mood to gab right now. Go find someone else to talk to.
Graham attempts to speak to the young gnome, but the boy seems to be very shy and doesn't answer.
All children know better than to talk to Graham.
You know what, though? Kudos to them for not going with, the young boy seems very preoccupied with his marionette and pays no attention to Graham.
I'll tell you, some of the pixel hunts in this game are like finding a needle in a haystack.
Graham watches with surprise as a contingent of ants marches into the haystack and begins to swarm through it.
It's like, hello, where's the song?
I'm glad to see there was a way that we could be of help to you. Look here. We found a golden needle in the haystack. I'd like to present it to you. Perhaps you can find a use for it.
Why, thank you, King Antony. I'm honored.
Good luck in your travels, King Graham. And be careful.
The game telegraph this from the tailor? Like, does he say, like...
I don't think we get any real hint. It's one of those extreme left field kind of items in the game.
That's why I was trying to talk to him more and see if there was some way that I could get him to foreshadow that he's looking for a needle, but...
Because that seems so unfair. Like, I think when our friend played it, he had happened to help the ants, and so then it wasn't a problem, but I remember being worried about it.
I was actively holding my breath every single time that they passed by the haystack and did not interact with it.
You know,
I could... sorry, Rick.
No, go ahead, Suha.
I was just going to say, I could so easily see it as like, you see the hay, you touch it, then you go do the stuff with the ants, and then you just never explore the haystack again, because why would you?
That does remind me, I have been remiss to mention, we've talked before about how we play, we have a little adventure game book club that we get together on Discord with some friends and play, and King's Quest V was our very first game back in like early 2021. It was the first game that we tackled together, so there's some extra nostalgia there for me, because that was a really fun time and a really important thing for us.
Oh yeah.
That club has been what soul bonded us and forced us to journey on these adventures together.
It's the way that I trick these two clowns into playing adventure games with me.
Are you sure it's not the other way around?
I was going to say, I feel like I tricked everybody into playing that with me.
This is a large golden needle. It is but a common silver coin. Phew! This smelly old fish is disgusting.
Disgusting.
My golden needle. Wherever did you find it?
It was in a haystack by the country inn.
By the inn? Oh yes, I remember visiting there not long ago. Oh, vulgar man, that innkeeper. He has no scruples at all.
I'll never stay at Diana's bow again.
You got your golden needle back. I wonder, could you possibly see fit to give me that wonderful cloak in exchange for it?
The cloak? Well, why not? It's yours. For the price of a golden needle.
Thank you.
I have to wonder how much
I'm sure it will help me on my
cost. How much
I'm
that
sure
needle
it
is
will.
worth.
Good luck. Au revoir.
I also expect that a golden needle would not be that practical.
It's probably magic.
Maybe.
Not wishing to be put through another speech.
I don't like this at all.
I get that, the joke there is supposed to be that, the customer is quite fat and that he can't fit any of the clothes. But also, if you're, giving him the clothes repeatedly, you just not carry anything that's can accommodate this person.
I didn't even pick up on that. But I shouldn't be surprised that that's the well they were going to there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the alternative is just that the customer is just that intolerant. But
I would hope, but I think we know better.
Casual fat phobia, another staple of comedy.
I mean, the fucking innkeeper tottering around the bar with his torn off shirt, like the only reason they put that in there is to be like, look what a fat slob that guy is. Like, come on, guys.
Well, folks, I think it's time for us to head off into the desert.
Ooh.
Oh shit! Are we ready? I guess we don't need much, do we?
Can you do this all from memory, Rick?
Absolutely not.
Ooh, is that the new dance, Graham? The Bugalooooo?
I can always count on one of you, between the one of you guys, to do the Bugalooooo.
It's just hard not to.
You can get the next one, David.
For those unfamiliar, like the desert here, okay.
Ooh, is that the new dance, Graham? The Bugalooooo?
The Bugalooooo!
Thank you.